So my first video I did a video overview on the new Freedom Pro keyboard. And in this video I'm going to show you how to get it connected and working on your BlackBerry device. The Freedom Pro keyboard will work with other smartphones, but today's video is going to be on how to get it working using a BlackBerry device. And we take a lot of calls here for support on getting this keyboard connected with people's BlackBerries, because I think they get frustrated. They get the package delivered to them and they take the keyboard out, they put the batteries in, they open it up and they will pair it, and then they wonder why it's not working. Probably because they're really not reading the directions and found step by step. But I'm going to show you how to get it working. If you follow these steps, you will definitely be able to get your Freedom Pro keyboard working on your BlackBerry device. And today I'm going to be using a BlackBerry 8900. And also, these steps are going to be the same for getting it working if you also have the Freedom Universal 2 keyboard as well. So you can follow the same steps and it'll work with that as well. So let's go ahead and let's get started.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is open up our browser icon on our BlackBerry, and then we're going to want to type in otadrivers.com in the top address bar. We're going to be taken to Freedom's welcome screen here. Under current products, select the Freedom Pro keyboard. Select that to start the download. It's going to recognize I have a BlackBerry A900, so I'm going to click on the below download link. And then here I'm going to select the lower left corner download button. And then after I download it, I can make sure it appears in my downloads folder on my BlackBerry. That's probably where most likely it's going to be. And it is there. The icon is there. So we're going to close this out. We're going to come back to it later. And then I'm going to want you to go to your options menu, select advanced options, because here we're going to make some changes and check some settings. So after you select advanced options, I want you to select applications. And then here we're going to look for something where it says GUI or Freedom Pro keyboard. So after you find GUI or Freedom Pro, hit your menu key and select Edit Default Permissions. And then here we're going to look for something that says Connections, Interactions, and User Data. I want you to highlight the word Custom next to Interaction and hit the space bar on your BlackBerry. It's going to drop down a menu, and here look for Input Simulation and make sure it says Allow. Older BlackBerry OSs, it's going to be called Keystroke Injection. If it doesn't say Allow, I want you to hit your menu key and change it to Allow. And then after that, hit your menu key and save that change. And then go back to your options menu, and we're going to pair it now. So turn on the Freedom Pro keyboard, turn it on, and select Bluetooth. And under paired devices, there it's empty. So we're going to hit our menu key and we're going to go to Add Device. And we're going to want to search, select Search, because we're going to search for the Freedom Pro keyboard. It's going to do a search right now. And it found it, so there's one found. And after it finds it, it's going to prompt you, it prompts you that it found it, so hit your trackball. And next, enter 4 zeros as the passkey. Enter 4 zeros. And now it's waiting. And so now it's done. It paired it. Pairing's complete. So after you pair it, we're going to check some settings. So you can highlight it, and then I want you to hit your menu key and select Device Properties. And when you select Device Properties, make sure next to Trusted it says Yes. It's probably going to say Prompt. So change it to Yes. Also, on the bottom under Services, make sure it says SPP. If it doesn't say SPP, you can hit your menu key and go down to Refresh Service List, and then it will talk with the keyboard. Your BlackBerry will talk with the keyboard. And then hit your menu key to save those changes that you made. So we're all done doing that. So now I want you to open up the open your Downloads folder and find your Freedom Pro icon. I want you to open it up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to connect it now. So hit your Connect button. And now it's connecting. And now it's connected. So we've successfully connected it. So you're going to see a little keyboard test area there. If you want, put your cursor there, and then you can type on the Freedom Pro keyboard and you can test it out. Also, under the keyboard test area, there's a shortcut key button. And if we open it, you're going to see that there's a bunch of undefined shortcuts, and what you can do is you can select one of them and then you can hit your menu key, and it's going to pull up a whole list of everything that your BlackBerry does. And you can select things that you do most often on your BlackBerry. And what's great about it is then hitting the function, the FN button, and plus the F1 button, F2 button, F3 button, for example. It'll open up that specific shortcut that you assign to it. So that will come in handy later. So that's it. We're all done pairing it and connecting it with your BlackBerry.
So now you should be up and running on your new Freedom Pro keyboard, and the only exception to this process is if you cannot have input simulation, if you cannot change that to allow, it's probably because you're on a BlackBerry Enterprise server, meaning that your BlackBerry, you're probably in an environment where this is a work BlackBerry and you're on an Enterprise server, and in order for you to get input simulation allowed on your BlackBerry, you have to contact your BlackBerry Enterprise server administrator and have them make a change on the BES for you in order to get input simulation allowed on your BlackBerry, because input simulation has to be allowed in order to get the keyboard working. And it's called keystroke injection on the older BlackBerry OSs, but it is called input simulation on the newer BlackBerry OSs, but that has to be changed to allow. So if you're on a BES and you can't change that to allow, you have to contact your BES administrator in order for this to take place. And if you need further assistance from us, we can forward documentation to your BES administrator if you purchase the keyboard from us in order for this to take place.
This accessory can be purchased at www.wirelessbyeaccess.com and www.blackberrysource.com.